What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a very interesting Liverpool transfer news report. And today we have a bombshell for you guys because the Mirror are reporting that Liverpool are interested in signing Robert Lewandowski, and Jurgen Klopp is making Lewandowski a transfer target for Liverpool this summer because Bayern Munich are making wholesale changes. They want to revamp the whole squad. They want to decrease the overall age of the squad, the average age of the squad. So they are looking to sell players like Robben, Ribéry and Lewandowski as well. I'm not sure how valid these claims are, but I think it's worth talking about because if a player like Lewandowski is on the market, I want Liverpool to be interested in him. Liverpool can now compete with the top European clubs because we have a lot of money in the bank. We posted more than 125 million pounds net profit for the last year. I think Liverpool can afford to pay the wages of Lewandowski. The big question is, would Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool sanction a big money move for a striker who is 31 years old? I think we should try and go for it because honestly Lewandowski would be such a big upgrade on Firmino. I'm not saying that we should sell Firmino, far from it. I think we should keep Firmino and work him and Lewandowski into the same Liverpool team. So Lewandowski is a 40 goal per season striker, or he scored on average about 40 goals per season for Bayern Munich, and yes, those numbers might decline in the Premier League, and also because Lewandowski is getting older. And the transfer fee could be as big as 70 million pounds. And yes, it sounds crazy if you think about it for the first time. 70 million for a 31-year-old striker. But hear me out. If we pay Lewandowski that money, he comes in and he scores twice as many goals as Roberto Firmino now scores for Liverpool, because Firmino, apart from last season where he scored 27 goals, on average he gets about 15 to 20 goals a season, but Lewandowski could post numbers that only Luis Suarez did at Liverpool as a striker, scoring 30 goals per season. If Lewandowski comes in and just for the next 3 seasons he scored 30 goals every season and Liverpool wins 1 or 2 Premier League and 1 or 2 Champions League titles, I think it's well worth the 70 million because as I said, if we win those titles we make the money back tenfold, or at least 5 times the money back that Lewandowski's transfer cost. And also that 70 million would be divided by like 4 or 5 depending on how many seasons Lewandowski signs for. I think he deserves at least a 3 or 4 year contract, and Lewandowski already worked with Jurgen Klopp before. In fact, Jurgen Klopp was the manager who brought Lewandowski to Borussia Dortmund and made him a world-class striker that he is. Lewandowski himself credits Jurgen Klopp with making him a world-class striker. Lewandowski said that Jurgen Klopp is the manager that believed in me, and he is the manager that made me believe I can do great things, and he made me a world-class striker. And yes, Jurgen Klopp said before that he is not a big fan of working with players who he used to work with, but he has Liverpool's interest at heart, and if he wants to build the great team that can challenge Manchester City for the Premier League title, and if Jurgen Klopp wants to build a great team which can challenge Barcelona, Real Madrid for the Champions League title, we need a more prolific striker. I'm a big fan of Firmino, don't get me wrong, he's brilliant, but he's not a 30 goal a season striker. And I think Liverpool needs a 30 goal a season striker, and Firmino could play behind Lewandowski in the number 10 position against smaller teams, and against the bigger teams maybe Lewandowski starts and Firmino comes on from the bench. And you could say that Lewandowski is not the type of striker that could lead the line well for Liverpool, but he is a brilliant goal scorer. Liverpool creates so many chances and Lewandowski would take most of them. And yes, Lewandowski turns 31 years old in August and it would take a huge fee, but Niko Kovac wants to make wholesale changes to this Bayern Munich team to reassert their dominance of German football. Even though it looks like Bayern might win the Bundesliga title this season, they have been stuttering a lot, and also the big ambition for Bayern is to win the Champions League again, and they are quite far from it at the moment. They were second best to Liverpool in both games where we played Bayern Munich, and maybe Lewandowski is thinking, I don't have a lot of years left in my career, and the rebuilding job at Bayern Munich might not interest Lewandowski that much, because he, I think, wants to win another Champions League. And what better way to do that than to come to Liverpool and fire Liverpool to Champions League glory and to maybe Premier League glory. Lewandowski is a winner. He won multiple titles at Dortmund and at Bayern Munich. And he is also a very prolific striker for Poland, the Polish national team. He won 2 Bundesliga titles for Dortmund. He won 4 Bundesliga titles already with Bayern, and it could be 5 this season. And I'm just checking, he didn't win the Champions League with Bayern Munich, because in 2012-13, when Bayern won the Champions League the last time against Dortmund, Lewandowski was a Dortmund striker. That was the summer where he joined Bayern Munich, and since then Bayern haven't won the Champions League. So Lewandowski is still looking for that Champions League trophy. That is the one trophy that is missing from his trophy cabinet, if you like. And I think he would love to lift that trophy at Liverpool. So let me know, do you think this could happen? Do you think Liverpool could pay 70 million for Lewandowski? I think we should, honestly, if we can afford it, and I think we can, we should, because Lewandowski would score about 30 goals for every season for the next 3 years, in my opinion. Still, Lewandowski at 33 or 34 could still score a lot of goals in the Premier League for Liverpool. And Lewandowski maybe wants to test himself in another league, and the Premier League, of course, is the most exciting league in the world. So Lewandowski, I think, would love to play in the Premier League and to show everybody how good he is. Chelsea are also interested in Lewandowski, according to the Mirror, but Chelsea have a transfer ban which was upheld by FIFA for the next 2 transfer windows. So even if Chelsea want to sign Lewandowski, they won't be able to register him for 2 transfer windows. And I think that that makes it even more likely that Liverpool could come in and sign Lewandowski. So it's very clear that Lewandowski still loves Jurgen Klopp as a person and as a coach, and I think he would jump at the chance if Liverpool offered big wages, and also we need to offer big money for Lewandowski. But Bayern Munich, I think with the rebuilding job that they are doing, they will need big funds. They already signed the Atletico Madrid centre-back for a lot of money, like 80 million euros or something like that. So if they could sell Lewandowski and maybe play Thomas Müller up front, or sign a new striker, a younger striker preferably. Timo Werner has been linked with Bayern Munich. I think Bayern would jump at the chance of rebuilding their squad. That's their aim for the summer. And Stuart Pearce, who is a former Manchester City player and the pundit now, he's talked about the title race, and he said the amount of games, the weight of games that Man City have is just too much to win the quadruple, in my opinion. I tipped Liverpool to win the league last summer, and I still think they are going to do that. There's a lot of football to be played between now and the end of the season, and I think it will take its toll on Manchester City. But the thing is that in the past, like in the last 2 months of the season, Man City only play maybe 2 or 3 more games than Liverpool because of the FA Cup. But if Liverpool go far in the Champions League, they will play a lot of games as well. So I'm not sure it's as big a factor as we hoped it will be, or it would be. What I'm really hoping for is that Tottenham will give Manchester City a much bigger test than what Porto will give Liverpool. So maybe Man City will tire in the Champions League, and that will affect their Premier League form. And also I'm hoping that Aguero will not stay fit until the end of the season, because then Manchester City drop down a level. And honestly, without Aguero, Manchester City could drop points against Tottenham and Man United. But at the moment it looks like Aguero will be fit for those games, but we shall wait and see. And according to the journalist Neil Jones, who used to work at Liverpool Echo as a Liverpool correspondent and also at Liverpool's official website, he said that young Liverpool winger Rafa Camacho is a transfer target for Wolverhampton. He is 18 years old and he has attracted interest from a host of European clubs, including Red Bull Leipzig, Benfica, Sporting Lisbon, and Liverpool are looking to sell him, which is a real shame, but he's just not good enough to play for Liverpool's midfield right now. And maybe, in my opinion, maybe we should loan him out for another season and see how he develops. But at the moment we could get at least 10, but maybe even 15 million pounds for Rafa Camacho, which is a really good deal in my opinion. And it's very clear that these young players need playing time. To just play for the Liverpool reserves, the under-23s, is not enough competition, enough playing time for these guys. And I'm not sure why Liverpool didn't loan Camacho out. Maybe we thought that we might need him in the run-in. But now that almost all of our midfielders are back fit, we don't really need Camacho anymore. And he doesn't play for the Liverpool first team. And I think that's why he wants to move. Jamie Carragher, when he was talking about Eden Hazard's proposed move to Real Madrid, he said, "I think of Luis Suarez when he was at Liverpool. I wanted Luis Suarez to stay, but I knew in my head," and this was something I spoke about with Steven Gerrard when he nearly went to Arsenal, Suarez. We actually said, "You are too good for Arsenal. If you are going to leave, you have to go to Barcelona." And Suarez stayed at Liverpool that summer. He played probably one of the best seasons a Liverpool player have ever played, scored 31 goals in the Premier League, almost won the title, and then he went to Barcelona. And it was a very good career move for Suarez, because at Barcelona he won multiple league titles, he won the Champions League in his first season, and Luis Suarez could actually come up against Liverpool if both of them, both Barcelona and Liverpool, advance to the Champions League semi-finals, because we are on the same side of the draw. And Luis Suarez went to Barcelona to win trophies, and he has done that. He won 4 La Liga titles, 4 Spanish Cup titles, Copa del Rey's, and 1 Champions League. And speaking of Barcelona, Coutinho gave a very interesting interview in the Mirror. He said, "If they boo myself and Luis Suarez at Old Trafford, then that's normal because of the team we used to play for, and it won't make any difference to me. And even more than that, it is an incentive to play even better, to be even more focused. I know that games against Manchester United are special. I learned what they meant during my time at Liverpool when we lived it so intensely with the fans." And Coutinho has explained how Liverpool fans will be on their side as Barca take on United. He said, "I know that Liverpool supporters will be with us at Man United, but they know that later we could see them at Anfield, and then of course I will be there with Barcelona wanting to win. It would be a dream to play at Anfield again, an explosion of different feelings, I'm sure, but I have to be honest, I say I would have preferred to meet Liverpool only in the final itself." I will be honest, I think Barcelona are the biggest favourites for the Champions League, and I think Liverpool have a bigger chance of beating Barcelona over 2 legs than if it was a 1 leg, because of the factor that Anfield gives us. Anfield gives us such a big advantage, and I say that last season, if we met Real Madrid in the semi-finals, we would have probably beaten them, but because it was a final and a one-off game, and we were quite unlucky with the goalkeeper making horrendous errors and Salah going off injured, it's a big regret for Liverpool. So Liverpool have an added motivation this season to put that right and win the Champions League again. It's very delicate and very difficult to balance both competitions. And I'm not sure if Liverpool have the squad to go all out for both competitions. But now with Naby Keita and Shaqiri back fit, with Origi in good form, and also Oxlade-Chamberlain coming back, Joe Gomez coming back, maybe we can do it. Maybe we have the squad to go all the way in both competitions and cope with the added games. We shall wait and see, but it's going to be one of the most exciting, one of the most interesting ends to a season in Liverpool's history, and I'm really looking forward to it. Bring it on. And Mane was talking about the Champions League in an interview with the UEFA's official website. He said, "I would watch Champions League ties when I was younger. Back then, my ultimate dream was to play in the Champions League one day. So it's fair to say it's a dream come true. I watched the 2005 final with a friend who was an AC Milan fan, and at 3-0 up my friend kept telling me it's over, we are going to win. Sadly for him they ended up losing, but it truly was incredible. And here I am today playing for Liverpool, and that just proves that Mane was a Liverpool fan growing up, and that's so amazing. I saw a picture of Mane when he was young. He was playing for a local team in Senegal, his home country I think, and all of them were in Liverpool shirts, which is fantastic. He said also, I'm enjoying every moment of it. I'm trying to give everything I've got so I can lift the trophy one day. The dream of any footballer is to improve year on year. This is a great period for me, and I'm very happy because I'm helping the team. I think I need to never let my guard down because my dream is to improve every season. And Mane himself said that he doesn't even play PlayStation, he doesn't go out partying. He dedicates everything, all his life, to becoming the best footballer that he can ever become. And I think that's very, very admirable and very commendable. Even though I can't see myself not playing PlayStation, but I'm lucky that this is my job. But for Mane, it's a massive improvement from last season. Mane is already on 20 goals, and he could score another 5 or 6 goals in the run-in, which could be the difference between Liverpool winning trophies or not. So I really hope that Mane does that, because he is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, current Liverpool players. He is brilliant. And Mane said that the pressure is something that they should embrace as they try to win 2 of the biggest prizes in world football. He said, as a footballer you have to stand up to pressure, but you have to try and savor the moment, enjoy the moment. We are doing well in the Champions League and in the Premier League as well, so we just need to savor these moments and enjoy them. That's it. We have to be really focused and motivated to achieve these goals. And he also said, we have good memories of beating Porto by a large margin, but that was last year. This year they will be more motivated. That's normal. One of the greatest mistakes we could make would be to rely on what happened last year. Last year is in the past, so we will try to forget that. They will really want to win. They have an objective just like we do. Let the best team win. And that's the best attitude to have. We shouldn't dwell on last season. Porto will be extra motivated to show the world that they are not as bad as they were last season against us. So, and I think quite a lot of things went for Liverpool in Porto, and at Anfield both teams rested players, and it was a dull 0-0 draw. But I'm really looking forward to the Liverpool-Porto game, so you can expect videos about that game. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later. Goodbye.